The positive impact of 1/3 native forest cover on New Zealand's weather. Introduction. New Zealand's natural landscapes are renowned for their breathtaking beauty and unique ecosystems. A remarkable feature contributing to the country's charm is the extensive native forest cover, which spans approximately 1/3 of the land area. This lush expanse of trees and vegetation holds more than just aesthetic appeal. It plays a crucial role in shaping the local weather patterns and climate. This document explores the manifold positive benefits that stem from having 1/3 of New Zealand covered in native forest, focusing particularly on its impact on weather conditions. Temperature regulation and cooling effects. Native forests act as nature's air conditioners, providing vital shade that mitigates the intensity of direct sunlight. This shade not only ensures more comfortable conditions for both humans and wildlife, but also prevents extreme heat buildup. Additionally, trees engage in evapotranspiration, releasing water vapor through their leaves. This process cools the surrounding air, creating a refreshing microclimate that contrasts with the potentially scorching temperatures in open areas. Humidity enhancement. The significant tree cover in native forests contributes to increased humidity levels in the surrounding regions. This added moisture is a boon for combating dry conditions and reducing the risk of wildfires. As trees release moisture through transpiration, the atmosphere becomes more saturated, promoting healthier ecosystems and reducing the likelihood of droughts. Rainfall enhancement. Native forests actively participate in the water cycle, absorbing water from the soil and releasing it back into the atmosphere through transpiration. This moisture contributes to cloud formation, and the increased humidity can lead to higher rates of rainfall. Consequently, areas with substantial native forest cover often experience greater precipitation than deforested regions, fostering more balanced and consistent water availability. Air quality improvement. The lush vegetation of native forests serves as a natural air purification system. Through processes like photosynthesis, trees absorb pollutants while releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. This dual role enhances the overall air quality, benefiting both the health of the environment and the well-being of inhabitants. Carbon sequestration and climate mitigation. New Zealand's native forests are vital tools in the global fight against climate change. Through the process of photosynthesis, trees absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, acting as carbon sinks. This means that 1/3 of the country's native forests play a significant role in mitigating the effects of greenhouse gas emissions, thereby contributing to stabilizing the global climate. Biodiversity conservation and ecosystem stability. Native forests are renowned for their incredible biodiversity, supporting an array of plant and animal species. This biodiversity provides stability to ecosystems, which, in turn, can influence local weather patterns. A balanced ecosystem can help maintain the delicate interactions that foster climate resilience and weather stability. Microclimate creation and wind regulation. These forests create unique microclimates that are cooler, more humid, and less prone to extreme temperature fluctuations. Furthermore, they serve as natural windbreaks, lessening the impact of strong winds. This feature prevents soil erosion, protects against wind-related damage, and fosters a more harmonious local environment. Conclusion. The lush expanses of native forest covering 1/3 of New Zealand's landmass wield an impressive array of benefits that extend well beyond their picturesque appearance. From temperature regulation and humidity enhancement to rainfall promotion and carbon sequestration, these forests shape New Zealand's weather patterns in a multitude of positive ways. Their role as guardians of climate stability and biodiversity ensures that the impacts of native forests reverberate far and wide, making them an invaluable asset in the ongoing quest for a sustainable and harmonious environment. positive impact of forests on climate change. Introduction. Forests are vital components of our planet's ecosystems and play a crucial role in mitigating the impacts of climate change. They act as powerful carbon sinks, regulate temperatures, support biodiversity, and contribute to the overall health of the environment. This document explores the various ways in which forests have a positive impact on climate change and emphasizes their importance in global efforts to combat this pressing issue. Carbon sequestration. Forests are renowned for their ability to capture and store carbon dioxide, CO2, from the atmosphere. Through the process of photosynthesis, trees absorb CO2 and convert it into oxygen and biomass. This stored carbon remains locked in the trunks, branches, leaves, and soils of the forest ecosystem. By doing so, forests significantly reduce the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere, a primary driver of global warming and climate change. Role as carbon sinks. Forests act as natural carbon sinks, absorbing more carbon dioxide than they release. They are estimated to absorb around 2.4 billion metric tons of CO2 annually, contributing to a considerable reduction in greenhouse gas levels. This ability to sequester carbon makes forests a critical tool in efforts to limit global temperature rise. Temperature regulation. Forests have a remarkable capacity to regulate temperatures. They provide shade, reduce the heat island effect in urban areas, and control local climates through a process known as evapotranspiration. This process involves trees releasing water vapor, which cools the air and surrounding environment. By helping to maintain lower temperatures, forests mitigate the intensity of heat waves and contribute to overall climate resilience. Biodiversity support. Forests are home to an astounding array of plant and animal species. Biodiversity within forests is interconnected, creating a delicate balance that ensures ecosystem health. A diverse range of species within forests helps maintain ecological stability, making the ecosystem more resilient to the impacts of climate change. Preserving forests thus safeguards countless species and their habitats. Water cycle management. Forests play a pivotal role in regulating the water cycle. Trees and vegetation absorb and release water through their roots and leaves, which helps maintain steady water flows in rivers, lakes, and underground aquifers. This balance is essential for ensuring a consistent supply of clean water for both ecosystems and human communities. Healthy forests contribute to flood prevention, erosion control, and sustained water resources. Soil health and carbon storage. Forests also impact climate change through soil health. The fallen leaves, branches, and other organic matter create a layer of rich soil called litter. This litter, combined with the decomposition of plant material, contributes to the buildup of organic carbon in the soil. This stored carbon can remain locked in the soil for centuries, providing an additional reservoir for carbon sequestration. Global climate stabilization. The positive impact of forests on climate change extends beyond local or regional levels. Forests contribute to global climate stabilization by collectively reducing carbon dioxide levels and influencing weather patterns. As the planet faces the challenges of rising temperatures and unpredictable weather events, the preservation and restoration of forests become essential strategies for maintaining a stable global climate. Conclusion. Forests are a cornerstone of climate change mitigation strategies. Their ability to sequester carbon, regulate temperatures, support biodiversity, manage water cycles, and stabilize the climate makes them invaluable allies in the fight against global warming. It is imperative that we recognize the crucial role of forests and take proactive measures to protect, restore, and sustainably manage these vital ecosystems for the benefit of both current and future generations. By prioritizing forest conservation and restoration, we can harness their positive impact on climate change and create a more sustainable and resilient future for the planet. The positive impact of forests on biodiversity. Introduction. Forests are among the most diverse and complex ecosystems on our planet, supporting an incredible array of life forms. Biodiversity, the variety of life in all its forms, is not only a source of natural beauty but also a fundamental component of ecosystem health and resilience. Forests play a crucial role in supporting and enhancing biodiversity, providing habitats for countless species and contributing to the overall balance of ecosystems. This document explores the positive impact of forests on biodiversity, highlighting the various ways in which forests foster and sustain a rich array of life. Habitat diversity. Forests encompass a wide range of habitats, from the forest floor to the canopy, each offering a unique environment for different species. This vertical layering of habitats allows for the coexistence of a diverse range of plants, animals, fungi, and microorganisms. The variety of niches and microhabitats within forests provides homes for species with specialized requirements, promoting biodiversity by accommodating a plethora of organisms that may not survive in other environments. Species diversity. Forests are home to an astonishing number of species, from the tiniest insects to large mammals. The complex structure of forests, with its mix of trees, shrubs, understory plants, and ground cover, offers a range of resources such as food, nesting sites, and protection from predators. This diversity of resources supports a wide variety of species, from herbivores that feed on plants to carnivores that prey on other animals. A rich array of species interactions within forest ecosystems contributes to the overall biodiversity. Genetic diversity. Forests not only support diverse species but also harbor genetic diversity within those species. This genetic variation is essential for species to adapt to changing environmental conditions, resist diseases, and evolve over time. A wider genetic pool increases the chances that some individuals will possess traits that enable them to survive and reproduce in the face of challenges. Forests act as reservoirs of genetic diversity, helping to ensure the long-term viability of various species. Keystones. Certain species within forests, known as keystone species, play a disproportionately important role in maintaining ecosystem stability and diversity. These species often have a strong influence on the structure and function of their ecosystems. For example, predators like wolves can control herbivore populations, which in turn affects plant distribution and diversity. By maintaining the balance of species interactions, keystone species help prevent the dominance of a few species and promote the coexistence of many. Ecosystem services. Forests provide a multitude of ecosystem services that contribute to biodiversity conservation. They regulate local climates, maintain soil fertility, purify water, and support pollination, all of which are vital for the survival of various species. Forests act as important corridors for wildlife movement, facilitating gene flow between populations and enabling species to adapt to changing conditions. Cultural and aesthetic value. The biodiversity of forests has profound cultural and aesthetic value for human societies. Indigenous cultures, for instance, often have deep spiritual connections to forest ecosystems, viewing them as sacred and integral to their way of life. Additionally, forests are popular destinations for ecotourism and outdoor recreation, providing opportunities for people to connect with nature and appreciate its diverse beauty. Conclusion. Forests are indeed one of Earth's greatest treasures when it comes to promoting and sustaining biodiversity. Their diverse habitats, species, and genetic resources contribute to the overall health and resilience of ecosystems. Recognizing the positive impact of forests on biodiversity is crucial for conservation efforts and for fostering a deeper appreciation of the intricate connections between all forms of life on our planet. As we continue to face environmental challenges, preserving and restoring forests is a vital step toward maintaining the richness of biodiversity for generations to come.